Part three. Hopefully, I'll get it all over and done with what I'm trying to say. So, I'm flustered because I've come from a refuge and I've returned to my flat, and the person I've run away from, the person that had beaten me up, abused me, assaulted me, stalked me, destroyed my family life, took away my freedom, all this kind of thing, wants me back in his life. And I'd split with him about 20 times before. And every time he would say he was a new person, and that he was, that he was sorry for what he'd done. But every time I got back with him, he was the same. He went back to his original, humiliating me, um, cold shouldering me, but using me and me fulfilling all his needs and him not fulfilling any of mine, just making my heart broken and making me feel devalued and worthless and cutting me off from everyone. Anyway, so what this video is about is that it's a month since I've returned from a refuge, and it's a month since I've been in his company. So this is the situation. He wants me back in his life. He wants me to be his girlfriend. He wants to be he wants me in his life, but so what's happening is he hasn't been the same as he was before. So when I was with him before, he would shout at me, he would assault me, threaten me, he would scare me, he'd be violent, he'd smash things up, and his language was always every other word or swear word, and also very lots of like really horrible sexual words, and also disrespecting my body, and using me, and basically just being horrible and absolutely obnoxious. And anyway, so he's had counselling for 4 months, and the counselling's ended. It was for 4 months, and so he said that he's a new person. This is what he's saying, and he's still saying it to me all the time, that he's a new person, and that the counselling explained to him that his behaviour was control. And he said that he didn't realise it was control. He said that he thought that if you wanted to keep someone in your life, that you treated them bad and it kept them keen or something, that if you treat someone bad, they come to you. And I mean, it was a crazy mindset. So basically, he just did absolutely so. He was obnoxious, he was criminal, he was absolutely everything bad. Um, so horrible. I mean, who would want to be with that? Of course, I had to run away for my own safety. So, under a meback for my own safety, that my life was in danger. From he could have accidentally killed me. Um, he just didn't have any qualms. He just treated like as if I was his possession, and that I had to be taught to obey him, and if I disobeyed him, that I'd be punished, and all this stuff. Like my life wasn't my life was his, kind of thing. So anyway, this is me making this video for myself to like reflect on: is life better? Is he making a change? What am I doing in my life? So I didn't come back from the refuge wanting to be with him. I was going to come back to my flat and hide out from him and wait until I'd got moved to another place. But he'd stalked me. He knew when I was back, and he wasn't going to give up. And this is what the problem is with being housed. There've been no housing for women that are coming from abuse. You go to a refuge, there's nothing, no housing. It's temporary refuge. Anyway, I've only got a couple of minutes. I've got low space. Anyway, so he's not been swearing. He's not been smoking in my company. But when I'm in his company, he don't want to let me go, and he's also still been saying he's suicidal, but he's still not independent. He's still doing the smoking, but he's been very controlling still. He wants to be making out with me, and it's like, but without filling any of my needs or making me feel of value. He just wants what he wants. So I'm trying to gauge whether he's a new person or not, and I'm saying My needs matter. I'm not going to be with you until you meet my needs. If you don't meet my needs, then I don't really matter to you, do I? And I'm not going to be a resource again. Okay? So I'm empowering myself. Okay? So be strong. If this is you, I'm doing this vlog for myself, but for other women as well, to say be strong. Your needs matter. If your needs aren't being met, don't don't allow yourself to be disrespected. Respect your boundaries, set your boundaries, and stick to them. And that's what I'm doing. I keep reinforcing my boundaries every time I'm in conversation with him. I'm re-establishing my boundaries, and I'm not budging. Okay, so unless I'm making it so that it's on my terms. He wants forgiveness. I've forgiven him, but it doesn't mean to say I have to be in a relationship with him. If he wants me to be in a relationship with him, he's got to be what I want. If I'm what he wants, then he should be what I want. It's not that I'm not going to just fulfill his needs, am I? Because I've got a life to live, and I've got a family that love me and they want me to be happy. So I'm not going to sacrifice myself, and I'm speaking straight to you. Do not sacrifice yourself for someone that doesn't care about you. Make sure they care about you, and if they care about you, then your needs matter, and they'll alter themselves for your needs. Okay, and you'll work together. You'll work things out together. You're not going to be a resource, and that person is not going to be a resource to you because you're going to respect their needs. They're going to respect your needs. Okay, and you work at it together. Otherwise, you go your separate ways. I'm not going to be there just to fulfill his needs. I've got to be fulfilled myself. And so that is my comments, and that's part 3 of this My Needs Matter, which I'm re establishing with myself because I've always put everyone else's needs before my own. And this has been to my detriment, where I've dropped everything for other people. And this is where your health deteriorates and where